So let me tell you what typically is going to happen. If you're like most people, you're going to interview a few real estate agents. They're going to come out to your house and they're going to give you a comparative market analysis. It's real easy. Let's just say that your house is somewhere between the range of say 600 and 700,000. One agent comes out and let's say that all three agents were saying that they're going to pretty much do the same thing in terms of staging, in terms of decluttering, in terms of pictures, pricing, videos, and all that stuff. And you're happy with all three across the board. So let's say that everything was lined up and it was exactly the same with all three agents. Most people are going to take the agent that tells them the highest price. Okay, so if one agent says, oh, I can sell that for $625, and the other agent comes in at $635, and the other one says, oh my gosh, I love your house, it's great, I've got buyers, I got everything, $650. Let's just say that the house would go somewhere between $625 and $640, okay, and $650 was maybe a little bit overpriced, if you will. Typically what you're gonna see after about 20 or 30 days, you'll instantly see the first week a lot of showings and then it will just drop off. And that's generally typically showing you that your house is overpriced. Agent's gonna come back and ask you for a price reduction. And you're gonna end up lowering your price, and then of course, as soon as you lower your price, that's when it gets really dicey, okay? So that's when the statistics can change quite a bit. When you're looking at selling your house in the first getting offers in the first 10 days versus the first 30 days versus then 30 to 60 days, it really changes the amount of folks that are actually in the market looking at your house. It's no longer a new listing. Some agents manipulate it by changing price a little bit to kind of put it back up on the front of the market. But typically when your house is on the market over 30 days, it gets looked at like, okay, what's wrong with that house? There's something wrong with that house. What we do, which is a little bit different, is that I like to use the equity in your home to expand the market of who can qualify or that who will come to your property. Let me give you an example. You might want that $650, and that might sound really good when that agent is there, okay? I typically might come out and say, well, if we're gonna get $650, we've got to expand the market of who can actually qualify or come to this property. And what I mean by that is like, let's just say, here's a great example, okay? You go to Home Depot and you're gonna buy a refrigerator, and there's three to choose from. Okay, there's a model that's maybe $4,000, a model that's $3,000, and a model that's $2,000. $2,000 one you really like the $4,000 model, right? One in the middle is probably the one you should get, but you notice that the $4,000 model has a factory rebate and special financing attached to it. So the monthly payment is the same on the $4,000 one, and you're paying the same effectively as you are with the middle one. You tend to buy the higher priced one when the value proposition hits you. So I like to do that with our approved mortgage with our lending company. For example, if we buy down interest rates, or what I call give a bucket of money. So if we're giving, let's say $7,000 to the transaction, and we change somebody's payment by $500 a month, or they qualify for say $50,000 more, they may be looking at $600,000 properties and say, an area like, let's call Hillsborough, but they really want to be in Beaverton. That's a different area. They want to be in that school district opposed to the Hillsborough schools district, but they just can't make that reach. So now we're going to market to the folks that are only qualifying or feeling comfortable with the $600,000 monthly payment. We get them to come out to your house. They see it for $650, same monthly payment as $600. Now guess what? You do get your $650. However, right, it's because they never expected that they could get that much for that monthly payment.